Touchdown, Tennessee.
Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
Hey, we 5-0,
Welcome.
baby.
We here.
5-0.
5-0.
2008, man. We ain't done this since 2008.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
2008, man. It's been a year. It's been wild, dog. It's been a years since we've done something like this.
It really has been, man. And
we had to scratch and claw, but
we did. And for those that watched our preview show, we noticed there was a lot of Texan fans in the comments, and I understand. You know what I mean? Hey, that's your squad. I get that. And I would say we were probably right on about 95% of the things that we stated, except for the fact that we thought the game wouldn't be as close as it was. Yes, we had to scratch and crawl. Yes, there might have been some underestimations of the Texans, right? Maybe, right? But we won the football game at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? No excuses, no nothing. We won, right? And the Titans are continuing to find ways to win football games. Now, there are some concerns, which we will talk about. We will talk about it. But at the end of the day, Jacques, man, look at the offense we put up, bro. The yards we put up, man. Offense, dude.
Hey, so can I tell the people, man?
Tell them, Jacques. Tell them, dog. Tell them, bro.
Guys, total offensive yards, 601. Wow. You let me know when the Titans have ever done anything like this. This is Madden numbers. Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry run the FedEx Air Player of the Week and the FedEx Ground Player of the Week. That's Madden. And if anybody plays Madden, that's unbelievable numbers. I've never seen nothing like this, man. Like, literally. And I'm not just saying it because it's the Titans, right? Everybody think, oh, you're a fanboy. No. 601. And your run game is matching your pass game, that's dangerous. Usually it's either or. It's like your run game is up, your pass game is down.
Right.
And that's how it was last year. Literally, that's exactly how it was last year. But to put up 601 yards of total offense, that is ridiculous. And no, I haven't heard anybody say it. I haven't heard anybody say it, like literally. So it's amazing. It's an amazing stat, man.
Amazing. And Ryan Tannehill was throwing the ball all over the field.
Yep. A.J.
Brown, Adam Humphries, even First had over 100 yards, man.
Yeah,
these guys were 113, catching everything in their sight. Ryan Tannehill throwing darts. And, of course, Derrick Henry.
Yep.
He went off. And so we said that he'd have a great game against a very poor run defense, right?
We did.
And then you had Texan fans, that's not going to happen.
Touchdowns, because here on the direct snap, 3rd and goal on the 5, Wildcat, give it to Henry.
Well, stop Derrick Henry. Buffalo said that. Everybody's been saying this.
Yep.
But Derrick Henry had 212 yards rushing, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you take the 94 yards, you can't take the 94 yards away. He still had a hell of a game, even if he didn't have that run, right? Almost 10 yards of carry he had, right? So what about even Jeremy McNichols?
Hey, McNichols was getting it in too.
He had 5 carries for 51 yards. That's 10 yards of carry. Houston, we have a problem. You can't stop the run. Houston Texans, you can't stop the run.
Can't be stopped, man. It can't be
unbelievable,
stopped.
man.
It's unbelievable. Literally, like Derrick Henry, I think had 70-something yards in the first quarter alone.
Yep.
Literally, I'm sitting here and like you said, me and Hawk, you called it. We knew he was gonna have a big game.
Right.
It's just to add the extra special sauce with Tannehill on there. Tannehill had 364 yards and 4 touchdowns and 1 interception that was really, if he would have threw it in the inside, probably would have been another touchdown. Literally, like the Titans fell asleep like in that third quarter. It's like they needed a break. They're like, man, we'll be back. Hey. To be continued. Give us to the fourth quarter. To be continued. We'll be back.
Yep, that's right, man.
I was hearing people, Tannehill can't throw. No, man, 364 yards. When Tannehill had to do it, he did. He was 30 for 41, man. 30 of 41.
Yep.
30 of 40.
He threw a lot more than what he usually has been, right?
Yes.
41 times.
Yes.
But, dude, the quarterback rating, even with the interception, was at 122, man. Dude, that's incredible.
Yes.
Now, before the season started, Ryan Tannehill's not a top 20 quarterback. Are those same pundits and people still saying the same things, or are they chewing on their words right now, right? Are they chewing on their words to say that Ryan Tannehill is right now cutting up, man, and he's extremely efficient. And then we have 22 in the back. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think people realize how spoiled we are when it comes to Derrick Henry.
Oh, yes.
Derrick Henry runs 112 yards, and then we look
say
at
he
it like
had
it's
a
a
bad
bad
day.
game, right? I don't think, again, how spoiled and how lucky we are, and we need to really understand that right now Derrick Henry's in his prime, and we need to win right now. We need to win the Super Bowl right now while these players are in their prime. Ryan Tannehill's cutting up. A.J. Brown's waking up. We got Corey Davis coming back. We got Big Jeff. All those things, right?
Hey, Derrick Henry leads the league in rushing, 588 yards. Remember, they said, oh, it can't be done. It can't be done again.
Yep.
Oh, no. No, and Chris Johnson said the Titans have the best running backs in history.
Yes.
And I said, you know what? Where's the lie? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Where's the lie? I mean, the Tennessee Titans have been known to produce top A-plus talent in running backs. And it's been the truth. Like, literally, we can do a whole show on that. Like, by itself.
Facts, no paper. Exactly.
Literally.
Exactly.
Hey, and possibly we have two possibly MVP candidates on the same team. When does that ever happen?
I know it.
You know they'll give it to the quarterback. You know
right? They would.
They
hey man, they can get it to whoever they want to, man. As long as we get that Super Bowl ring, bro. And we got some work to do. We're not quite there yet, even though we're 5-0. We're gonna talk about it. It's one part we have not even discussed yet. That's what's so good right now, right? We ain't even touched it. We ain't even touched it. All right. So, Jacques, we won this football game. It was a heck of a football game. We went to overtime. Houston played very well, especially Deshaun Watson. He played a very, very good game. J.J. Watt had a heck of a game. The superstars of Houston stepped up. So, in winning this game, give us reasons as to why we won this football game.
It was the offense. The offense, people, this is going to sound crazy. But right now, the way the Titans are playing, and I just watched the Kansas City Chiefs and Bills game, and that game was closer than we thought. But people don't realize we have a Super Bowl talented offense.
We do, sir.
Literally. We are threading the needle almost better than the Kansas City Chiefs. And nobody's talking about it. And I hope it stays like that. Keep it like that. Keep it on the low, right?
Yep.
It was a combination of two things, right? And well, really three. Because you really never get the three trifecta in any real football game. It's either one of the two, one of the three, blah, blah, blah. First of all, the passing game was precision, clear-cut passing on Tannehill. And people don't give our receivers credit. They catch the ball when it's in their vicinity.
They really do, man.
I mean, literally, we have some of the best receivers that can just catch the ball. Tight ends, too. I mean, you can't take it like the Jonnu Smith catch when he called it and it was 3rd and 13 and Jonnu Smith made something out of nothing. Like literally, I'm like, okay, Jonnu's a beast, right? Ferguson killed it with 8 catches for 112 yards. I mean, literally, come on. A.J. Brown threaded them. Khalif Raymond eating. Humphreys is eating. Then you add the run game to that, right? You got Derrick Henry, who is a super threat because as his defense stacks the box, that opens up the play action. Well, hell, you can stack the box, but Derrick's still going to get his yards. I knew when I seen the first couple of plays, I said, oh, Derrick's about to have a hell of a game. I was literally talking to my father, and I was like, hey, I said, I feel like Derrick needs to break a big one, literally. And he broke the big one. It was the 94-yarder. Like, we've seen this so many times. And then the third, the offensive line, right? Yeah, we allowed 2 sacks, yes. But throughout the day, I mean, the protection was there. Of course, Tannehill gets the ball out like that. But you're still going against the beast of the beast is J.J. Watt. I mean, J.J. Watt was the only one out there acting a clown on defense, literally. He was the only one that had heart. Yep. And to see that, and he was making plays on Derrick Henry. I mean, killing him in the backfield, but it just wasn't enough. He was a one-man wrecking crew, and we've seen years past. He's taken over the whole game by himself. He has. And he has murdered the Titans, murdered.
He has. So we give much respect to J.J. Watt, man.
Yes, mad respect, but it's long overdue. It's our just dues, man. And to see the 3 trifecta literally line up like planets and literally clicking just like you said, Jeremy McNichols. If Derrick Henry wants to take a day off, I'm not worried. The way Jeremy McNichols is running is kind of shocking me a little bit because he's hitting the holes. He's getting the yards. He's running tough. I mean, it's a big upgrade over Deion Lewis. Why didn't we should have kept him last year and got rid of Deion Lewis earlier, literally. So For me, it's the trifecta, man, of just everything clicking at the same time on offense. What about you, Hawk?
So I think the reason why we won the game, more than just say, the plays of the players, which we've been talking about over the past few minutes, but let's look at coaching too, bro. So Mike Vrabel right now, even Arthur Smith, they're coaching, especially on offense, at a genius level. Okay.
Yes.
When it even comes to, calling timeouts and even getting penalties on purpose. Because the one play I was like, when he brought in Kalu, I was thinking, why is he bringing his 12th man and getting a penalty on purpose? That didn't make sense. I was like, that was dumb. And then you get to thinking about it. And then they even talked about it today on how he did that to stop the clock, right?
Yep.
Because
Smart.
Houston was inside the 20 anyway. So it's like, let's go and take this penalty. It was like 2nd and 1. They know probably it's going to be a high probability of getting the first down. Take the penalty. Go and get the first down. That's fine. But we stopped the clock, right? We stopped the clock. And that made Houston rush a bit quicker to score, right? And they scored, which gave us enough time for us to score going down the field because we only had 4 seconds left at the end of the game. So say if that didn't happen, we wouldn't have had those 4 seconds at the end of the game. So he did that. It's very likely he did that on purpose. One, why are you playing Kalu? Kalu hasn't played on defense that much. He's a big-time special teams guy. He does a great job in that regard. But I even saw, like, Jonathan Joseph was like, bro, what are you doing? Him and Mike Vrabel were talking. What are you doing? But Vrabel's like, bro, I got this. Right. And that's exactly what he did. He always does a little itty-bitty things that keep us in ball games. So I felt more than anything, I feel we were a better team than the Texans. We got more talent overall. But we coached very, very well on offense, man. With Arthur Smith, the play calling, Mike Vrabel, overall coaching, did a great job in that regard. So the play of the players and coaching. That's how I think we won this football game, for real.
I like it.
And then Romeo Cornell, should he win for 2? Probably not. Probably not.
I was saying that. I was like, dude, why are you going for 2? Like, I know you're trying to put the game away, but I have so much confidence in our offense. Literally, in that whole play, I didn't panic. I was like, oh, we're gonna march down here and score anyway. Right. And then in overtime, when the coin toss happened and we selected to receive the ball, Deshaun Watson already knew in the back of his head. He said they can't be stopped.
Titans win the coin toss. They received, so it's 2nd and 8, and Tannehill's gonna go with a guy who
I was like,
can't stop. I mean, literally, threading the needle. So,
yes,
we gave some reasons, good reasons about why we won the game and offense, but we know there's another side of the ball that is really concerning, and we talked about it in the summertime to where our concerns were going into the season and not having a defensive coordinator, okay? Yes. So give me some concerns and observations of the defense, man. What's going on with the defense that you're seeing and you see? What's going on, man? Holla at me.
Well, if I would give one small positive to the defense, one iota, is we're doing a really good job in stopping the run, okay? If your running back isn't like a Dalvin Cook, an extraordinary running back that can run and catch the ball at a high level, we're doing a really good job with that. Okay, then that's it. Okay, now let's talk about the concerns.
He cut it off.
We talk about Ryan Tannehill had a hell of a game. Deshaun Watson had a better game. He did. He had no picks. He had 4 touchdowns. His passer rating was at 138, right? 28 for 37. He only missed 9 passes, bro. 9. I don't even remember him missing any passes, to be honest with you, during the game.
I don't either. It's like a blur.
Yep. So you and I talked about in our preview show ways we could lose this football game.
Oh, speaking of that, as to ways we can lose, is there a player on the Texans that you feel that we should be worried about?
Deshaun Watson.
Yes.
Deshaun Watson. What about you?
So, Titan fans, watch out for number 15, Will Fuller the 5th.
Jacques, you mentioned Deshaun Watson. I mentioned Will Fuller. Even gave fans who don't know about the Texans Will Fuller's jersey number, what the name is on the back of his jersey, says Fuller 5 on the back, right? I gave all that. Will Fuller had 123 yards receiving on 6 catches and a touchdown. The big 55-yarder on Malcolm Butler.
Here in the fourth quarter.
Watson going to go deep, all the way down to the end zone. It is caught.
Or Kevin Byard, whoever was responsible in that regard. Those things happen, right? We called that, okay? Luckily enough, we did just enough to win this game because they couldn't stop our offense. They couldn't stop our run. I'm very concerned of our defense.
And I passed. They couldn't stop the run or pass. Yeah.
Right, that's right. And our pass, that's correct. I am very concerned about our defense. We couldn't stop them in the passing game whatsoever, okay? Players were wide open all over the field. Kevin Byard did not have a good game. Malcolm Butler did not have a good game. Even in the pass rush, Davion Clowney did not have a good game. Big Beasley did not have a good game. Jayon Brown, Rashaan Evans, Vaccaro. These guys that are not playing well on defense to win the Super Bowl. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I told Jacques this. We have a Super Bowl offense. Now, we'll talk a little bit about Taylor Lewan and that injury. That might have a major impact on our offense. I don't know. We'll see. But we have a at least AFC Championship to a Super Bowl offense. Our defense is playing in a 5-11 record-wise right now, the way that they're playing. We got to tighten this up. We've talked about a defensive coordinator and things like that, but my concern right now is our pass defense. We play the Steelers coming up, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not that Roethlisberger is lighting everybody up, but he has weapons, Claypool, and he has Juju Smith and those guys. We play quarterbacks that can throw the ball with velocity and with accuracy and good receivers. It's going to be a problem for us. I honestly think the only player that's playing pretty well on defense is Jeffrey Simmons. So for me, it's our defense, period. Our pass defense is my concern. What about for you, sir?
So for me, well, I'm gonna say this, a rebuttal for Evans. Evans did make a goal line stance. I think it was third and goal, and he did make a stop. That's his specialty. That's what he do. But I would like to see him do that on every run play. Like literally, come on, bro, get your head in the game. Right. For the defense, even on that play, that 50-yarder that Will Fuller caught, right? I went back and looked at the film. Butler's in deep thirds, right? And I guess Butler thought that, hey, I was going to have help back there. But as a DB, you know, when you don't see nobody back there, it's a communication issue. I see Byard, and I think it was Jayon on the tight end. They were double teaming. I'm like, okay, why were they here? Who was supposed to kick out on the outside? Literally, there wasn't nobody on the outside. So I think that's where Butler was like, okay, where's my help? At that point, it was too late. Literally, it was too late. But what I'm saying is, like you said, Clowney, Vic, they pedestrian at best. Jeffrey Simmons is playing like a madman. The energy. He's playing the most energy. Him and Harold Landry. Because I give Harold Landry credit too.
Yes, sir.
He did have a sack. So he's starting to pick up his energy a lot.
He is.
But I'm saying it's an energy thing and a miscommunication thing in the secondary. I mean, it's just miscommunication all across the board. The linebackers are off. Byard's playing out of position. Why is Byard always in the box? Byard is a rangy safety. He plays the deep middle of the field. That's his specialty, literally. And I've seen too many times where teams have challenged the middle of the field and on the outside. I'm like, okay, hey, what's going on? So I don't know if it's truly Vrabel calling the plays or if it's the linebackers coach, Bowen, whatever his name is.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Bowen, yeah. If he's calling the plays, then if I was going to make him his understudy of Dean Pease, he should have been in the Dean Pease book, literally. You should have been sitting there studying the whole freaking time of Dean Pease. What's his schemes? There was no adjustments, okay? There were few lucky plays that the Titans got lucky on. I'm like, okay, you guys got lucky on that. But at the same time, secondary is not playing. Now, the Christian Fulton pass interference, that wasn't pass interference. But we know in the NFL, if you touch them, that's pass interference, right? So it really ain't no excuses. Like, okay, we know as fans and we know as players, we know that's not pass interference, but still. It's certain. We're really missing a key element, and that's Adoree Jackson. I think once we get Adoree back, I think we have a little bit more range to work with because of his speed element.
Yeah.
But we are doing the 3 tight end sets. We are doing that. But at the same time, I've seen them pick on Butler a lot. Butler is getting picked on a lot, man.
Yeah.
Like, and I guess the league sees that hey, you have opportunities when because Butler is going against the number 1 man, literally.
He is.
He's going against your speed guy. He's going against your number 1 man. So if I was a defensive coordinator, I would make adjustments. I was like, hey, put a safety over top over Butler. Not your talent, bro. It's just I know how you react. Now, Butler's always in good position. He's in your hip pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He's there. It's just sometimes we know we get beat as DBs. We know, hey, it happens. But this is where Adoree is really, really valuable. But Adoree's pass breakup is amazing. And we will see that when we come back. Hopefully we'll hear something by Wednesday of his status if he comes and if he plays. But I don't think he'll play when we play the Steelers. I think he'll probably be back week 8 or 9. And that's probably even stretching it because his injury is probably more serious than what they're really saying it is.
Yes, right.
But like you said, no pass rush. Linebackers are playing like trash. Am I concerned? I am very concerned. But I have enough confidence in our offense to where they'll bail us out. Now remember, Kansas City is built the same way. And we don't even realize this because they have Patrick Mahomes and they have a high-scoring offense, right? Kansas City has that offense where if they get in trouble, they can be bailed out. If their defense gets in trouble, their offense will bail them out. Mm-hmm. That's how we're going to have to play football, literally. We know defense is weak right now. Offense, do your thing. I have enough confidence to be like, okay, Tannehill, the way he's throwing it, hey, he's good. The way Derek's running, they're good. The way these receivers are playing, we're good. So we're going to have to take the good with the bad, the ugly. That's just how we're going to have to roll for a while. And I hate it because I would love to see us get to that point where we're clicking on both levels. And people, I'm going to say this, Hope. It will happen. I think we need a couple of games where it's the confidence and we need to go in there and they need to do self-evaluation. And this goes where Vrabel needs to self-evaluate himself and say, hey, I might need to call a defensive coordinator or get some more help in for Bowen, somebody to be an overstudy for him. So for me, that's the issue, dog.
Okay. So during this game, who would you put down as the player of the game for the Tennessee Titans?
So it's two people. I'm gonna go with Tannehill.
Okay.
And reason why I'm going with Tannehill, and then like I said, it's a twofold, bro. It's Henry and Tannehill, but Tannehill is able to, when Derek stalls out or Derek's out the game, hey, he's throwing like a madman. It's precision. His decision making is awesome. I know that was a play where he was about to get sacked and he threw the ball away. I said that is smart decision making, man. And he's threading and he's evenly distributing the ball to receivers. Hell, we don't even know Westbrook. You're like, where did he come from, right? So for me, it's Tannehill. I mean, literally, man, this is his best game as a Titan. Literally, I mean, his best game as a Titan. And it was by far, like literally by far. I mean, you can't beat it. You see what I'm saying? I mean, this Joker threw for what? 364, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Mm-hmm. I mean, come on now. So I mean, he's tracking to almost throw for 40 touchdowns. So for me, what about you?
Derrick Henry, the king. Henry. All hail to the king, right?
Yep.
212 yards rushing, ladies and gentlemen. That's not normal, man. That's not normal. There's only been the past 3 years, there's only been 6 times where a running back has had over 200 yards rushing. Derrick Henry has 3 of those. 3 out of the 6 is from Derrick Henry. So, ladies and gentlemen, if your defense is weak and you don't have good interior linebackers that can tackle or interior linemen, it's going to be a long day for you. So, Derrick Henry, he controlled the game. Ferguson was a wild card in this thing too. But I would definitely give this to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry did an unbelievable job. Very proud of how hard he played. The linemen did a very good job. Roger Saffold and those guys, Ben Jones, Nate Davis,
Sambrello.
Sambrello came. He eventually got better. Dennis Kelly and those guys. The offensive line, we don't talk a lot about them a lot unless they make mistakes. So I will admit that at times. But I will say the linemen did a great job against their defense. So great job to Derrick Henry and the offensive line.
So, and before I get to the next phase, man, the league better watch out. Y'all just woke up the beast. We remember I said that he needs one game to get going. Y'all done woke the beast up, so get ready.
Especially our divisional foes. We're 2-0 in the AFC South. We're trying to win that thing. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Just wait on it. So the game, we won the game. And like I said, we have the good, the bad, and let's get to the ugly. And the ugly is we've lost Taylor Lewan for the season with an ACL tear, right? So, and we seen preview of what happened when he was out. And Sambrello guy was getting destroyed by Watt. Now, he did settle down. But how concerned are you going forward, my brother, with Taylor Lewan being out for the season?
I think early I'm going to be very concerned. Early.
Okay.
Sambrello seems to take him a little bit. I guess that would make sense. I mean, J.J. Watt got the sack on Sambrello's second play. I mean, I seen it. That's J.J. Watt coming around the corner. That's a sack. I knew that immediately. I've seen it too many times with J.J. Watt. I mean, live. I've seen it live at the stadium. J.J. Watt, hurting Jake Locker, sacking Zach Mettenberger like 5 times in the game. That's J.J. Watt is an automatic Hall of Famer. As soon as he's retired, he's a Hall of Famer, okay? I would think early it would be a struggle for us early. I also am concerned if we play really good defensive ends, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I do think Tyler Sambrello is good enough to turn it around. I also think, too, this is a time frame for Isaiah Wilson to prove himself, okay? Isaiah Wilson, it's his time. He's dreaded up, got his hair is purple now. Hey, can you be ready, young guy, okay? Can you get mentally ready? I don't think he'll play much, though, right now. I think it'll be Sambrello and Dennis Kelly. I think Sambrello has not really been that bad based on the type of contract that he signed as a free agent. He's doing exactly what we need him to do. Now he's going to have to really step up, and he can earn his money now. He ball out next year. He can earn his money somewhere else, right? Taylor Lewan explained that the injury he didn't tear his meniscus or LCL or anything like he tore his ACL. It's not swelling or anything like that. So I'm glad it's not a compound tear. It's an ACL tear.
Happened yesterday was I tore my ACL. And so it's the best situation in the world.
I hope that Taylor Lewan gets better. We need him. Hope he comes back. 77 is a heck of an offensive tackle. He's had a hell of a year this year. So hopefully I think he's playing better this year than he's played, period. So I do think I actually think it's going to hurt us early. But I think probably after maybe 3 or 4 games, we'll be okay. What about for you, man?
Same. I mean, like you said, it'll hurt us early, but like I've seen the preview. This was a preview when Taylor hurt his shoulder, and Sambrello had to go in there, and Sambrello was able to hold his own. So I give Sambrello credit. When JJ got the sack, he was doing his thing, but he kind of settled down, and he was able to block JJ. So right. I'm a type of person, and this is just in life. If I see you make improvement little by little, I know you are doing it and you're studying and you're going to be great. Just give it time, man. Give it time. Now, we might get lucky to where we know Dennis Kelly is versatile. And Sambrello's versatile too. He can play several positions as well. Right. But if Isaiah Wilson can get his head together, man, you pop him at that right tackle. And this going to sound crazy. You pop him at the right tackle, move Kelly to the left. Hey, that kind of solves your woes just a little bit. But also, this is probably why John drafted Isaiah Wilson for situations like this, because he knows Kelly is versatile. He knows Sambrello is versatile. So we know Isaiah Wilson is a true right tackle, right? Yep. Kelly's playing that right tackle position. So we really need Isaiah to get focused and get to where, hey, he's ready to play, because I would love to see Henry run behind him. I mean, that's a large man. Yeah. That's a very big man. And we've seen what he can do in the run. You see what DeAndre Swift was able to do at Georgia. Exactly. So just imagine oh my God, on that right side, it'd be ridiculous. But am I concerned? Yes, I'm concerned, especially next week or this week when we play the Steelers, because we got to play the other brother, TJ Watt. So that's going to be that's going to be rough. But, I mean, if this goes back to coaching, if I know I have a left tackle that's out, my star left tackle, I max protect, right? Yep. I get some protection on that left side for Tannehill. That way, hey, we're okay. Now, we know we can't do it all the time, but, hey, we'll be okay. So, I trust the Titans. I trust this team. Until they prove me wrong, I'm riding with y'all till the wheels fall off, man. Tighten up. Yep. I'm not doubting y'all one bit. I didn't panic one bit. So I'm with y'all. And in the mentality they got in the locker room, same mentality here. Until you stop us, you can't beat us. Let's go. Right. Tighten up, y'all. Tighten
up. We're 5-0, ladies and gentlemen. We're number 1 in the AFC. On your feet, everybody. It's that time. We play the Steelers coming up. That should be the game of the week. 2 undefeated teams playing each other, man. Yeah, it should be prime time. Hopefully they'll do that. Hopefully they will, man. So congrats again to the Titans in their victory against the Houston Texans, man. So ladies and gentlemen, that ends the show, folks. Once again, we appreciate it, man. 5 weeks in a row, 5 victories. What more can you ask for, right? If you want to get in contact with us, you can always email us at TennesseeTitansWeekly@gmail.com. As well, you can check us out on Twitter at TitansWeekly 24/7, as well on Instagram at Tennessee Titans Weekly.
Also, good people, if you're new, subscribe to the channel, okay? That's number 1. Number 2, click the notification bell. The notification bell is right there by the subscribe. ping. Click it. You'll get notifications when we go live or when we post any video. And like I tell you, subscribe to the channel. Tell your auntie, your uncle, your cousin, your rat, your dog. Tell everybody. And even if you're a Houston Texans fan, a Steelers fan, hey, come sub to the channel. We know our football. Hey, we know about your team. So come holler at your boy.
Exactly. 2-1 on the division, folks. We getting ready for Pittsburgh, man. Let's do it. Let's
get focused. Let's get to them steel curtains. Let's go, baby. Let's try to get 6-0.
Let's do it. Well, to you and yours, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for watching the show. We will see you the next few days. By the way, we're going to be special guests on the BTSC Steelers podcast. Join that. I'm telling you, it's going to be good, man. It's going to be great. It's BTSC Steelers. Check it out.
Round 2
on YouTube. Round two. It's on Apple Podcasts as well. So check it out. You'll like it, man. So
let them know what network they're with. They're with the
SB Nation.
SB Nation.
Nation.
Come holler at us, man.
Yes, sir.
Check them out.
Yes, sir. But to you and yours, folks, tighten up, folks.
Tighten up.